All right. Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Nelly of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with a special live examination of Sierra Nevada's Holiday Haze IPA and also another hazy IPA. And joining me this morning is Michael Kormeroff out of New York.
Hello.
And Ron Ontario of Louisiana Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Always a pleasure.
All right, so the Sierra Nevada Holiday Haze, we'll start with that. This is a beer that was introduced this year in the Sierra Nevada Snowpack, I believe it was called. It is, let's see, 6.5% alcohol, and goodness, I wrote it down. I put it in the description, but I can't remember. I want to say it's around 40 IBUs.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've never had it. Michael, have you had this one yet, or is this your first time?
Yes, I had it. And since I don't do reviews, I did in my book, but I found it to be a very pleasant beer, and I liked it. It's 6.5% alcohol and 40 international bitterness units.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at my notes. You want me to read the ingredients?
Go ahead. Yes, please.
Pilsner, oats, wheat, acidulated malt is the barley malts. Magnum, bittering, hops, and Citra and Crystal are the finishing hops.
Okay.
I have a written review for it later if you want me to read what I wrote. It's very brief. I wrote it.
Yeah, sure. So I gave mine a pour. It looks kind of, it's like a light orange color. It's pretty hazy, but it's clear. I mean, there's no sediment or anything floating around in here though that I can see. So, Michael, you and I can go ahead and taste ours. Well, I guess we'll get the aroma, and then as we're tasting, we'll let Jay go ahead with his beer description.
I'll do mine fast right now and get it out the way. Mine had mine had a medium head. It has very heavy lacing. It's orange and opaque, as you can see. The nose is like powdered hops. I think some brewers use hop powder. It smells like that. I could be totally wrong with just what it smells like, and it smells like white wheat. The taste. Oh, and by the way, this was sent to me from Pennsylvania by a guy named Kevin. He sent me 3 beers just last week.
Hold it up. We were off air when you were showing us the can. Show the viewers what you're drinking.
Oh, yeah. Sugar-coated Pony Kisses, India Pale Ale from Stable 12 Brewing Company of Pennsylvania. And it's 5.8% alcohol, 55 international bitterness units. There's the horse, the pony, My Little Pony. And there is the kiss. And then on the back, they're showing a barn, and a stable. And it's one of those taped on labels, you know, like it's just a clear standard aluminum can and it's taped adhesive. And it was canned on All Saints Day 2018, which is November 1st. And it's unfiltered, obviously. Now the flavor is very carbonated too. It's very prickly. I think too carbonated, really. The flavor is the hop powder, the fruit, but not to the extent where it's like fruit salad. But then there's a strange undertaste, and I couldn't put my tongue on it, so to speak. And then I said, oh, it tastes like chlorine, like swimming pool water, which to me is not a good thing. So the mouthfeel is heavy at the lower end of heavy, like just getting into heavy, and the finish is sweet. So I would say, and there's a lot of sugary components here. I think it drops it to an 85 out of 100. It's good, but there's no way you could go into excellent with this strange chlorine thing. So unfortunately, I feel bad when people go to the trouble of sending me beer, and then I have to give it a lower than I would want score. But I think those people know that I have to be honest about it. And I'm going to be honest about it. Hell or high water, so to You know what I'm saying? I can't just be nice and make up stuff.
Right.
So that's the story on it.
All right. Well, Michael, you want to lead off with the aroma on the Holiday Haze?
I'm getting some tropical citrus kind of notes, maybe a little bit of pine. What are you getting, John?
Same here. I'm getting, I'm actually getting like some lemon zest, a little bit of the grapefruit, maybe a little pine, but that's like the last thing I'm getting with the aroma. There's a little bit of like a bready type, barley malt quality on the aroma as well, but it's mostly the citrus hops, the lemon, and the grapefruit is what I'm getting.
The pine is in the background. If it's it's there, but it's very minor.
Right. This looks like another beer that the hazy little thing. It's very similar in the aroma and the appearance, which is interesting.
Are you ready to give it a taste?
Yeah, let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, you're getting the citrus, the grapefruit. There is a little bit of that pininess now that I'm tasting it. It's more pronounced on the palate than on the aroma. Almost kind of like there's like a dankness to it. It's hard to describe, but there's a definite dank note to it. Like, Eric always likes to describe like a garlic or onion type thing. I wouldn't go that far, but there's definitely something like that going on.
You get the citrus.
Gabriel's watching. Hey, Gabriel.
God, it's early there. It's only 7:45 in Arizona.
Yeah. He says it's 8:45 there. And Eclipse Brewing is watching. Says, good morning, guys. Good morning, Eclipse Brewing. It's nice to meet you last night on the Craft Beer Pour chat.
I'm getting, John, a similar reaction to you. I'm getting the dankness, but the citrus is the main lead taste. Then the dankness does kick in.
Yeah, there is that dankness. Are you getting any lemon? Like, for whatever reason, lemon, I'm getting like lemon zest or lemon peel in there.
I'm not sure if it's lemon or grapefruit peel, but it's one of the other.
I'm definitely getting the grapefruit too, yeah.
And it's the more bitter peel that you're getting. For 40 IBUs, this seems even a little bit more bitter than that to me.
It does, but I'll take this any day over the arrogant bastard.
I watched that video.
That was rough for me. I mean, that was just outside of that's what I like to call a palate wrecker. I mean, that one was there was no balance whatsoever with that one. It was all hops, all bitterness right up front. They didn't have enough of a malt backbone to balance it out, in my opinion.
I love that beer, but a lot of people don't. They find it's too hard.
But it gets world class. I mean, it gets almost perfect scores on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, I think. So a lot of people like it.
John was offended by the literature on the bottle. He didn't like the fact that Stone was challenging him to like it.
Yeah, I'm not offended by it. I just don't like it. It's idiotic. It's like snarky and stupid. But I don't mind it. It's just, I always say I am worthy, but it's kind of California cool, like, hey man, and it's like, all right.
It doesn't bring on followers. If you like it, you like it, and if you don't, you don't. To say you're not worthy, I mean, they're almost offending themselves in the process. They're a good brewer though. I'm not, they make a lot of other things. It's not one of my favorites either, although I liked it more than John. It was more to me in the B category, maybe a little bit higher than that. Yes, I don't consider it an A beer. That's my.
I liked it more than you. I liked it more than you.
So
it's a solid 8 for me. All right.
So the body with the Holiday Haze it is kind of medium. I wouldn't say that it's heavy, but the hop bitterness kind of makes it medium for me. The carbonation is kind of in between light and medium. There is a nice little prickly carbonation, but it's really not too pronounced. And the 6.5% alcohol is masked very well, which typically I find with IPAs, you don't pick up on too much alcohol because the bitterness just kind of overrides everything else,
It does seem to me to be balanced, though. The malts and the hops seem to do a good job together.
Yes, there's a nice white bread crust type thing going on in the middle to balance it out. So there is a good malt backbone with this one, which is nice.
Hey, how often do you see the mail coming on Sunday?
Usually never,
right?
unless you have like a
just be a special package that would come that doesn't come with the regular mail.
Well, they're here right now, buddy. I think they never passed yesterday. Something happened, so they're passing today. Oh, well, sorry to interrupt. I just thought that was bizarre.
Well, it's funny. Wednesday was a male holiday because of the Bush funeral, so they did lose a day this week as well. There was no mail on Wednesday. Maybe they're making it up. It seems kind of strange. I got mail yesterday on Saturday, but
yeah, but I didn't get any. But I hear this mail truck, and I'm like, what the heck?
Well, maybe they didn't come out yesterday, and they're doing it today, special delivery kind of thing.
Yeah, sorry. You want me to read my review real fast, John?
Good.
Yeah, before we give a rating here, since you already had it and did a review on your channel, Louisiana Beer Reviews, if you haven't already checked him out, go check out his channel. But yeah, definitely read us your written review of it. We want to know what you think.
Okay. I wrote this on December 1st, 8 days ago. Holiday Haze IPA has a medium off-white head, a hazy yellow gold appearance with some lacing. I should have put and a hazy. That was a mistake. The aroma is of fruit and white bread. The flavor is the same with acidic bitterness. Mouthfeel is medium and Holiday Haze finishes drying. More of a pale ale than an India pale ale, though. And then I signed off RJT, and I gave it an 85. 85 out of 100. A B.
Okay.
Take that as you will.
John, are you ready with the rating?
Yeah. Real quick, Ronnie S. is tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, Ronnie. Aldehydes is also tuning in. What's going on? Thanks everybody for watching. Cheers, guys. So let me get one more sip. I think I know what I'm going to give this though. And yes, Craig, I did actually finish the Arrogant Bastard. It got slightly better the more I sipped on it, but it was still way too bitter for my personal tasting preferences. Okay, so for this one, I'm thinking like an 88. I do think it's in the upper B range. I would like there to be a little bit more malt character. That I think it's more of the piney hops that kind of get me. I like more of the citrusy hops, and that piney note and that dank quality is not really a turnoff, but it's something that I got to be careful with. I just wouldn't want to drink too much of this. It just kind of builds up, and you know, after one or two of these, it would just become almost undrinkable for me. But for the style, I mean, it's getting up there towards excellence. So I think 88 out of 100 is what I'm going to go with.
Okay, I'm ready with mine. I'm going to give it a 90, which would be the lowest A- I could give something. So I think it's better than a B+ to me. I think it's decidedly better than their hazy little thing, which I thought was more in the B range. I didn't really go crazy with that at all. So this is an improvement over that.
So we got a five-point range here, 85 to 90.
But it shows you why you have people who different tongues, different feels for the beer, and there's always going to be some discrepancy. It's never going to be exactly the same for anything.
That's not a major range, though, difference, is it? 5 points?
No, it's from like in the high B's to A-, you know, B to A-.
Yeah, I think that's pretty close. I think we're all kind of on the same page with this one. And you know, it really is a great beer. This is their first year releasing it, so if they continue to put it out annually, you know, around the holidays, they might change it up slightly every year. A lot of companies do that. Like the Celebration IPA is slightly different every year. So if this is successful, they might put it out next year and change it up a little bit, try to improve it. But for their first go round with this, I think it's very well done, and I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. 4.25 to 4.5. That's not a big difference. 4.25 to 4.5. So we all like it. No one adores it. Michael likes it the most.
I will say that the snow pack, this variety pack, has been very enjoyable so far. I've got a couple other reviews coming with the winter warmer and the coffee stout. I did try the coffee stout though, Michael, and I was very, very happy with that one. That was good.
If you remember, I was going to do that one with you, and then I had to save it for the beer tasting that I was going to do, and then I'm saving it for the Stout Fest instead. I still have that. I had one which I tasted myself. Jay, did I tell you about the Stout Fest that I'm doing, or maybe I didn't? I don't know.
No, I did the one the two John is talking about. I love those two. Boy, those are. The winter warmer was dynamite, and the coffee was even more dynamite. Or what were you talking about, Michael?
Okay, this coming Saturday, I am going to a get-together in Manhattan with a bunch of people. I only know one, and I don't know how many there are going to be there. I heard up to 15. It's possible there'll be less, but whatever. Everybody brings 100 ounces of Craft Plus. Now, of course, we have to determine what Craft Plus means. He already told me it means no Trader Joe's beers, no Harpoons. In other words, it just shows you that the level that they're looking for is higher than that. So I guess they're looking for Evil Twin. They're looking for Stone, maybe, Founders, Bourbon County. They want the upper level stuff, in their opinion. Now, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be best for me not to go to something like that because I might say the wrong thing and cause a lot of controversy.
Okay, so you bring 100 ounces there. It's all put out on a big table with all the people who are involved, and you pick the beers from that big group that you want to drink that night. Everything that's left, you get to choose by lot. So let's say there's 15 people there. Lots 1 through 15 gets to look at the beers that they're not going to taste and pick them up and put them into your own bags to take home after the Stout Fest. But I guarantee that everybody will have enough, because he said that the 100 ounces a lot of times comes with imperial stouts and some heavy duty stuff as far as the alcohol. Then we'll sit around and not rate, but at least drink the beers.
Is it a blind thing or just doing it?
I'm not sure.
Now, I think I understand the reason that they're saying that, because they don't want some cheapskate showing up with Trader Joe's beers that he paid $4 for, so he can turn around and drink other people's imperial stouts that they paid $24 for.
Right. And I think that is the reasoning. I was thinking, and of course I plan on doing it unless I find something else, that the Sierra Nevada Coffee Stout at least qualifies, because Sierra Nevada is a good brewer. They could say those bottles only cost me $1.65 each, which is whatever, but it's not like it's the cheapness so far. It's the difference when you go to Trader Joe's and pay $1.09 for a beer. So there's a little difference in the thing. So he just told me not to do any. They have to be major brewers, is what he said.
Yeah, Sierra Nevada could be like on the cusp. It's kind of
that's one of those, Michael. You could bring a few of those, save a little money, and then bring some more expensive stuff. Kind of keep it balanced, because 100 ounces, that's a lot of beer. So you can't be spending an arm and a leg for the whole 100 ounces.
I was thinking of bringing what's the Brooklyn one? There's a Brooklyn one.
Yeah, the the chocolate stout.
And there's a Black Ops that they have as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's also the winter warmer, which I had on Jay's winter beer examination.
But that's not a stout. It has to be officially a stout.
Oh, it has to be a stout. That's right.
You can bring Samuel Smith. You can bring Samuel Smith.
You could bring Samuel Smith.
Chocolate stout. You could bring Brooklyn chocolate stout.
You could bring the Guinness 4 and extra stout.
If I could find that. See, that's harder to find.
But it's a major company, so they might have an attitude about it. Last night, I'll just say this real fast. Last night, when I went to David's house, he said, "Let's do one more beer." I said, "No, no, no, no." But then he pulled out the bottle of the Guinness Bourbon Barrel Stout, 10%. I said, "Oh well, I guess I could do it."
How was it?
Well, we liked it. We liked it. But it was sort of basic in a way. It was like he said, I could have just bought my own Guinness Antwerpen Stout and dumped some bullet in it. He was a little irritated because he paid $4 a bottle for it. And he thought for $4 a bottle, and we're only talking 11.2 ounces. It should have been A plus to, you know, an A plus or higher, not just an A. I mean, you can get a lot of beers that are an A that are cheaper, like for instance, Foreign Extra Stout from Guinness, that's $2.25 a bottle. So we were both a little put off by it, but we said, well, they tried, you know, but we weren't totally enthralled by it. Well, we tried it, but anyway.
So I guess since we're drinking hazy IPAs today, we'll kind of wrap it up by going to Michael and Ron about your thoughts on hazy IPAs. Eric and you and I talked about this, Michael, on the IPA examination, but the hazy IPAs are kind of, you know, they're growing. It's a very popular style within the IPA range. Of course, you've got the brutes and you've got the barrel-aged stuff now, but IPA is such a diverse style. And I really enjoy the New England style IPA. I think this is kind of in between. It's not quite a New England style, but it's getting there. What do you guys think about the New England style, the juicy IPAs?
I probably like the juicy IPAs a little bit more than this because they seem to be more clear cut in what they're doing. It seems to me you're getting juiciness, you're getting less bitterness, and that's their objective. This is more of a straight line hazy IPA, which is giving you the 40 IBUs, a little bit more bitterness. I like it, but I think I like the New England style personally better.
Yeah.
Whether it's the ones Eric has, the Trillium, the Treehouse, the 6 Point, brews a couple, 3 or 4, and you know they're varied and they seem to be coming out more and more. Jay, have you had a chance to try more of the New England ones?
Well, they make some New England style IPAs in Louisiana. I guess they're Gulf Coast style, but it's the same thing. Yeah, I've had them. And I don't like them, but if it's a style and people enjoy it, I'm not over here to say, oh no, you shouldn't drink that. I mean, to me, I don't care for them, but when I do drink them, some people get angry because they'll watch my channel and I'll say, well, I don't really care for them, but for what it is, it's an A or whatever, I'll say that. And then some people will attack me and say, well, you're just out of the loop because that's the new world and you're not part of it. And I say, well, okay, I didn't ask to be part of it. I don't know why that would anger somebody. Like, why would you be so insane that you watch somebody's channel and you're angry? Like you're actually angry that they don't like a certain style of beer. To me, that's a demented approach. But I'm not going to back down. If I don't like something, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to sit there and hide from it. I don't hate it. I'm not hostile to it. I just don't like it. Okay, I'm sorry. But that's me. I'm not an important person. I'm just one person. Okay.
All right. So a few more comments. Let's see. Haze is asking Gabriel if he liked the Arrogant Bastard, and he thinks it drinks like a stout. I mean, the body is heavy like a stout, but it's too bitter and doesn't have any of the chocolate notes in there, the dark roasted barley malt to really make it like a stout. Haze says, damn, I'm going to need a wheelbarrow after that session's LOL at Founders. I think he's talking about the Founders, maybe the Founders Session IPA or All Day IPA. Then Craig Swinson says, New England IPAs are for people who don't like IPAs. Like White Zinfandel is for people who don't like wine. You know, I'd go along with that because I'm not a huge IPA guy. The New England IPAs are more in my wheelhouse because they're more juicy and they have more of the citrus notes versus the piney notes. So, yeah, I can see that. Even though you're joking, Craig, I do agree with you. Eclipse Brewing says, variety and change in new styles is good, but it didn't have to be good for you. You
right.
do you. Plenty of styles to choose from. Exactly. If you don't like the New England style IPAs, there's 100 other styles and variations within each style to try. So that's a good point. Haze says, Ron's keeping it real, my man. That's right. He always does. And Gabriel's got a comment for you, Michael. He says you can bring the Dogfish Worldwide Stout.
Oh, yeah.
That's the,
Never had that one.
John, that's 18%. That's another, killer
yeah.
ABV. One of their monster beers with the cap on the top. Drink it with care. You've seen their tops, right? I guess you haven't seen them because they're more than 15. You can't buy them, but it's more than 15% alcohol. That fruitful fort that we did on Thursday, that was in the category, and it was interesting. They don't tell you what. They don't tell you.
That's why I asked you about it, because I've never seen that one, which now I know why. But
they don't tell you.
I drank a beer yesterday. It was 14.3% alcohol from Pennsylvania. And then later on, after I woke up from a nap, I said, oh, let me watch my videos that I had made, that I had recorded. And then I was watching them. I said, oh, wait, I watched them already.
That's what a 14.2% beer does. It mixes you up.
I watched them, but I didn't remember watching them. I just remembered parts of it. I said, see why I don't like to drink these things?
They mess with your mind.
Yeah. And your body.
All right. Well, we will go ahead and wrap up this live examination. Thank you guys for joining me. The Sierra Nevada Holiday Haze was pretty good. We all kind of thought it was in between B and an A-, so pretty close with our ratings, which is means we know what we're talking about, people.
Oh yeah.
So thanks everybody for tuning in. We had a great chat going this morning. I really appreciate all you guys watching. So that's it, guys. Hope you all have a great Sunday, and until next time, everybody, cheers.
Take care, everybody. Enjoy your football.